Yo, today we'll be reacting to Disney Gangs Are Real by Swoozy. Uh, that's pretty much it. Let's get to it.
A lot of y'all are aware of Disney adults. We're not here to talk about that. We're going to talk about the next evolution.
Sorry. It's my video. I'm gonna pause whenever I want, but you know what I'm saying? Sorry, I guess. But if you're a Disney adult, like that's something that you titled yourself as, I go to therapy. I ain't gonna lie. I assume just like a bunch of childhood trauma is involved in that. I'm not a psychologist, a therapist. But yeah, if you're attached to Disney to a point where you call yourself a Disney adult, yeah, nah.
Disney gangs. If you're going to be in my gang, you got to talk the talk, okay? You can't call it 7-Eleven anymore. From henceforth, it's now Sam Lamb. And I just realized that some of y'all have no idea what I'm talking about, so we're going to drop a pin in this and come back to it in about 30 seconds. Watch this clip first.
What's the Disney gang thing?
If you're ever at the Disney parks and you see people in 90-degree weather with a leather jacket, that's gangs. There's initiations. You're one of Andy's toys now. We're in the toys.
I'm not even sure it's for a bit, but this has to be some sort of mental illness. Disney gang, you're getting. There's no way I'm allowing Mickey Mouse to jump me. Can't let that happen. It's never that deep. Not sure who was handing out these jackets, by the way. If it's like gang and you need to get jumped into it. Who was handing these out? Who designed them? And do they tell you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. If I post this video and do I expect like a bunch of do I expect a bunch of grown adults with jobs and who can pay taxes and vote to pull up on me? Now, is that what I'm in for if I post this video?
Story gang, okay? Your initiation is go over to Haunted Mansion and steal the Q rope and bring it back here. And if you do that, you're in the gang.
What?
They don't do that kind of stuff anymore because if you go up in the parks acting rowdy, you will get banned. Side note, Universal and Disney security is state-of-the-art. They have fingerprint and facial recognition, okay? You're under surveillance from the time you pull into the parking lot. I'm in Disneyland in California. Guy comes up to me, asks for a picture. We take the picture, he's walking away, and I'm like, bro, I like how you and your whole squad are in matching jackets. And he goes, I'm in a gang, twin.
This Charmin
That dude was definitely white. You look that color back there. Jesus Christ.
You mean like Mickey Mouse Club gang? Yeah, and I'm the president. And then he tells me about some of the inner workings of how these gangs operate. Disneyland in California is the only Disney that has gangs. I don't know if y'all know this, but GTA 6 is based in Florida. Of all the times Florida needs to be quiet, now is not that time. How the gangs work is you claim an area or a land, and then you come up with a name for your gang. If I were to start a gang, hypothetically, I would claim a Nintendo World. I used to work at studios, so you know.
I'm pausing as much as I like. It's my video. I've never been to Disney. I never intend on going because I don't know. I'm an adult, and yeah, if I had to pick, hold on. Let me see the locations here.
Know this, but GTA 6 is based. Now is the name for your gang. If I is you claim an area or.
Where am I gonna put my gang? To be honest, I don't know anything here. Where's the food at? That's where I want the closest place to the food. Yeah, I'm not looking up for it right now.
Or land, and then you come up with a name for your gang. If I were to start a gang, hypothetically, I would claim a Nintendo World. I used to work at studios, so you know what? I'm claiming 2 hoods. Nintendo and Galaxy's Edge. Hypothetically, those would be my turfs. My gang at studios would be called Sons of Anakin, and my gang at Nintendo would be called
What my gang be called? Nintendo. The Pack Bros. Oh, that's actually tell that. Like, how we don't smash, we pack. Boom, boom. And then Star Wars, uh, mm, what, the Darth Vaders. Yeah. We're gonna keep it simple for Star Wars. The Pack Bros for Nintendo, and the Darth Vaders for Star Wars. Put what your gang would be called in the comments.
Smash Bros. F with me. Okay, so for my gang, we're in the trenches, all right? This is real street stuff. You want to be in it? Good, I'm glad you asked. So if the West Coast is doing initiations like stealing the rope from the queue, you know what I would do for my gang? We're dropping you off in the real hood, wearing rival gang colors. I need some directions. My friends are doing this initiation for a club, and I just need to... Oh, my bag? What's in it? I don't know, it's a good question. Let me see. Unopened MacBook Pro... A Switch too.
Oh, they gonna steal.
Out yet. Once you make it past initiation and you're in the game, you gotta stay strapped up. You're in a gang now. You gotta look out for the ops. You gotta keep a Nerf gun on you at all times. Hey, remember them fools that skipped us in line at Velocicoaster? They're at the Sam Lam on Silver Star, bro. Where you at? You all the way over there on Kirkman, car? I'm gonna spin the block and roll back up. Hurry up. Hold on, no, they finna dip. Hold up. Hey, partner. Heard y'all don't like to wait before you get in the dinosaur paddock. Say hello to John Hammond when you see him, player. Whole lot of gang stuff. Because when junk gets sticky, you need that blicky. Oh yeah, you could die too. So if the ops roll up on you and hit you with a Nerf gun, you're out the game. So if you're walking through Animal Kingdom and you see your friends and you're like, hi guys, remember me? No, there's gonna be a fake funeral for you. You're done. Can somebody make a gang at Haunted Mansion for all the fallen homies? Matter of fact, we're gonna need 2 just so you have some options. Somebody make a gang at Monsters Land. If you get hit with a Nerf gun, you have to be one of those gangs if you still wanna be affiliated. That's it. And I'm gonna warn y'all right now, Florida folk are a little bit crazier than LA folk. Law enforcement, shout out to law enforcement, they know this. So once people start fake dying, you know what's coming next? Undercover cops. Hello, fellow homies.
The cringe got me. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I could either, as a police officer, if my assignment is to go undercover into a Disney gang, right? I'm not sure if that'd be the best assignment ever or the worst. It'd be good because if they give you money so you can like just play around and go on rides or just eat a bunch of food, because I don't like roller coasters, they're scary, and just eat a bunch of food, then yes, it'd be cool. But you have to pay for it yourself, pay for entry, and I know Disney World isn't cheap, and then I have to go back to the station and people are like, hey, how's the Mickey Mouse gangs going? And I have to be like, yeah, they're all right. I'm gonna lie. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to close this case right now. You feel me? They're real like thugs for real, like the Crips and the Bloods for real. The Mickey Mouse goons, the Daffy Destroyers, and the Pack Bros. The Pack Bros be the worst of the worst. They really slang down there. Feel me? Like I'm probably gonna need backup. Like call SWAT, bro. Not when I close this case, it's about to make my career. It won't.
I noticed you are in a theme park gang. How can I be down to clown? Bro, you're one hundo P a cop. No, I am a CP from Flamingo East. West, I mean. Don't be so sussy baka. I'm skibbity gyat. So yes, if I made a gang, and if you were in it, again, this is all hypothetical, you're gonna have to talk the talk. It's no longer 7-Eleven. It's Sam Lam. We're gonna have game nights. We'll play California Prison Uno, maybe some D&D. But at the end of the night, Ebonics classes. We in the bill.
We in the bit. Hold on, let me actually get accustomed.
Ebonics classes. We in the bill.
We in the bit. Yeah, there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I mean, yeah.
Probably gone by now. So if you're still watching, we're doing this. Here's the gang inner workings. Here's our mission. We're out here battling. Rock, baby.
Not cutting out. I ain't gonna lie to you. My computer's too slow for me to cut this out.
Get right to the right conversations with Sales Navigator.
Type.
GTA mode activated. We don't just trade pins, we battle for them, baby, like Pokemon. This isn't pin traders, okay? That's soft. You can tell other active gang members by their pins. 2 pins, not lanyards, 2 pins. 1 from Disney, 1 from Universal. Since my gang is Nintendo, I got a Nintendo one on. If I repped Harry Potter, it'd be a Harry Potter gang. If I see somebody else with 2 pins on, game on, player. Let's say you're walking through the theme park. Let's say you're...
I'm not a gangster. I'm from the suburbs. I'm from where I'm from. You know what I mean? I'm not. There's no gangster from my city, right? But if I get gurked or hypothetically pew-pewed by a Nerf gun by someone in Disney, I'm not a violent person. I'm a chill dude, but I'm not getting shot by a dude with grown man with Mickey Mouse ears, 30 years old, not 12, not 15, 30, 10 years older than me. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm Canadian. We can't even have like guns over here. So ain't one a thing too.
You're in line at Donkey Kong and you stroll past somebody who have 2 pins on. Now we go to level 2. You say to them, hey, I like your pins. If they're another member, they'll say back to you, I like that Velocicoaster pin, but it looks too heavy for you. My pin looks a little bit lighter. You wanna dance? 2 out of 3? 2 out of 3, let's go. Boom, it's on, baby. Loser gives up his pin. I'm in the Nintendo gang, so I'm trying to get a pin from Monsters Land, How to Train Your Dragon, Harry Potter. I want a pin from every hood that I'm not a part of. And you challenge somebody from each land until you collect all the pins. So it's kind of like drinking around the world in Epcot, but you don't have to spend $500 for this, and it's way more fun. So if you show up and you're gonna be battling, you probably wanna bring some extra pins. My friend has just informed me, like, what if they wanna be down, but they're not in a gang? I guess you can... listen, I can't come up with all the ideas, all right? Bring pins, wear 2 of them.
Damn, cringe.
Be in your one-man gang, I guess. I don't know what to say.
I'm a one-man army. I'm me. Oh, man. And I'm black. I'm black and African. I'm already a one-man army. And all they're doing is using Nerf guns. All I gotta do is, hey, hey, boom. And they're all 30. They're all over the age of 30, so their knees hurt. I can either run or I can fight. Mostly run because I'm a real track athlete and I don't want to like get in trouble with the police because, you know, just know.
What if there's some way we can get cast members and employees involved in this? I don't want to get anybody in trouble, okay? We're a trouble-free organization. We're not troublesome. Let's say you go to Velocicoaster and they have a pin on that's upside down. Maybe that's their little secret signal to you that they're down to battle. That might actually work out really good. Because let's say you want a pin from How to Train Your Dragon. You just go to that land, and if you see an employee there with a pin upside down, you can battle. So if you challenge an employee or cast member and you lose, there's no salty rematches. You're done. GG, no re. I also hear that these other gangs on the West Coast have meetups. I don't got time for all that. However, Every 3 months or so, Orlando Informer rents out both the Universal parks, and I hear a whisper on the streets that they're gonna be renting out Epic at some point. I just whispers. That'll be our meeting spot, okay? It is so much.
People are 30. I'm not saying 30-year-olds can't have fun, blah, 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 not being ageist or whatever, but it gets to a point, right? Because it's like the fake lions, as you would say. I know they're not real gangsters, blah, blah, but like, really? This is how you want to spend your time? Pretending to be in a Mickey Mouse gang? Pulling up with a Mickey Mouse bandana? Mickey ears on? If that's you and you're watching this video, hey man, I say man, each is on, right? To eat.
Fun, free food, free drinks, all the rides are pretty much walk on. Tickets are like $250, but since you're in the gang,
I take it back. I take it back. They said free food. How do I join? How do I get my membership? Free food is my top 10 weakness. Pizza, free drinks, huh? Okay. I understand the play.
now,
Let me join.
You're getting a discount. Link's in the description. I'll be there. You see me, challenge me, you'll lose. Have my pin ready, okay? Next one's in June. Okay, and last order of business. Let's have the first gang meeting right now. Let's talk about the Switch 2 situation. I mentioned this on my TikTok. We could talk about it here too. They just announced it. They want $450 for this system, $90 for the game, and
I don't play video games unless it's on my phone, so it doesn't matter to me.
$90 for the controller? If the graphics were so mind-blowing they had me convulsing on the floor, let's go. Here, take my money. I'm still waiting on that Link versus the Spider y'all promised me in 2011. Announce that on Switch 2 and I'll pre-order now. It's giving toxic boyfriend or girlfriend who's doing stuff that's testing us to see if we'll stay. All right, I've caused enough mayhem for one video. Also, do we have any real ones in the audience? IYK. Guys, because I'm not a cop. This is all to distract you from the fact that Hector is going to be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. Once he starts talking like that, you know he's a narc, bro.
Nah, that was a good video. Oh god, bro. If that's real and people are really Disney gangs. Hey man, say man. As long as you're not hurting anybody, right? But I don't know. You do you, boo boo. And that's the end of the video. So like, comment, subscribe, and no, have a good day, I guess.